Lara helped me back to my office. Everything was a mess. The table had flipped, wallpapers ripped, and everything was on the floor covering the tiles of the room's floor. I sat in the darkness, looking at Lara with pity, as this girl had to suffer being in that body. I sighed and rested my head back on the chair. We still kept an eye out for Chica. I and the woman started talking to one another. I found out her name was Lily. She had in her bag that... Lily looked at my leg and tried to wipe off some of the blood with a few napkins she had in her bag that had been thrown into the corner of the room during the fight between Foxy, Lara, and Bonnie. "We can't come back here. It's too dangerous," Lily explained. "No, we need to help these kids. We can't just leave them here to suffer because we fear death," I replied. "Look at you. You're a mess. You're not even fit enough to walk in your condition." "I'll be fine. Look, it won't be long until 6 a.m. Now, it's 5:30, so we can get this bandaged up then. For now, just check the doors to see if Chica is coming," I explained. "Do the doors still work?" Lily asked. "No, the power's out, remember?" I noticed that Lara was acting strange. She was just staring out of the door in a fixed position, never moving. "Hey, Lara," I said. Lara didn't reply. She just stood there, at the door, fixed on the spot. I got up from the chair, but a huge pain surged in my leg, and I fell back down on the chair. The noise from that seemed to shake Lara out of whatever daydream she was having. "You shouldn't move, Jacob," Lara said, checking my injury. "We can get it fixed," I said confidently. We waited for the rest of the night, until it was time to go home. Since my leg was badly injured, I couldn't drive home, so Lily offered me a lift. We couldn't take Lara with us, because she seemed to be imprisoned in the pizzeria. She couldn't exit the building. Even when we opened the front doors, something was stopping her. It was like some kind of invisible barrier. We said goodbye to Lara as she returned to her place in Pirate Cove. I went home after that and went to bed. The next morning I went to see a doctor so he could look at my leg and maybe give me something for it, maybe to numb the pain sometimes when that surge would come back. I didn't want to catch an infection off it either, but it seemed that Lily cleaned it well enough for that not to happen.
"I would recommend that you don't go to work the next couple of days, Mr. Arabane. You could make it worse for yourself,"
the doctor explained. "Thanks for dressing that, doctor. And don't worry, I don't plan on doing anything reckless," I lied.
"Good, good. Have a nice day then, Mr. Arabane."
Yeah. You too." As I got up from the chair, I saw something that was colored gold. A second later, it looked like it was Freddy, but was a golden color. I instantly felt a massive surge of pain in my head. I groaned and shook my head a little, then the golden Freddy was gone.
"Are you all right, Mr. Arabane?"
the doctor asked, getting out of his chair. Yeah, I'm... Ah! Another surge of pain grew in my head, then everything went black. It felt like I was weightless. I was surrounded in darkness with a voice whispering my name.
"Arabane. Arabane. Arabane,"
the voice called. Who's there?" I asked.
"Arabane,"
the voice whispered again. Then there was a small golden spot in front of me. Everything else was black. I couldn't see anything else but this golden dot. With closer inspection, it was a golden Freddy. I then found my footing in the darkness, but was unable to run. I couldn't run. My body seemed to have a mind of its own. Everything felt numb. The golden Freddy was sprinting towards me, screaming insanely. I closed my eyes as Freddy's face was only a few feet from my own. Then silence. Nothing was heard, but then a flash of light rested upon my eyes. Then I found myself still in the doctor's office, the doctor looking down at me with the torch in his hand, shining it into my eyes. I gasped, and the doctor put his hand on my chest.
It's all right, Mr. Arabane. You're all right. You're in my office.
What happened? I asked.
You passed out on your way to exit my room. You said something that I would recommend you see a psychiatrist about.
What did I say? I asked.
Well, I know you didn't say it intentionally, but you said, I'm going to kill you all.
What? Are you sure?
I'm sure indeed, Mr. Arabane. You should really get that checked out as soon as possible,
the doctor suggested. Thank you for telling me. I'll be on my way now.
All right. You be careful out there, Mr. Arabane. You wouldn't want to have any of those episodes when you're on a busy road, or behind the wheel for that matter.
I'll be fine. When I got back home, I laid in bed, hoping to recover a little bit. I didn't use my car, considering that it was not with me, so I had to walk to the doctor's and walk back home in the soaking rain. When I got back home, I laid in the bed, hoping to recover a little bit. I kept thinking about what the doctor said to me. Why would I say, I'm going to kill you all? I wouldn't say that. I was feeling a little chilly because I had to walk to the doctor's, and when I walked back, it started to rain, so it must have got to me a little. I drifted off to sleep, but my alarm clock woke me to go to work at 11:30 p.m. I got out of bed and took my time with my injury. I stepped lightly on the ground, still feeling pain in my step. I went out of the front door, but my car wasn't there. I had forgotten again that my car was still at the pizzeria. But then I hear the ignition of a familiar car turn on. Lights emit in the dark, revealing Lily's car with Lily inside waving at me. I hobble over to Lily's car and she rolls down the window. Come on. I've been waiting for you for half an hour now, Lily said, smiling, trying to keep a good mood before we had to enter the nightmare pizzeria. As we got back to the parking lot, my car wasn't there. It had been removed. Fuck! Where did my car go? I asked, limping to where I had parked it. Did you leave the keys in there? Lily asked. No, I got them in my pocket. I checked my pocket for reassurance. They were there, so how come my car wasn't where I parked it? It didn't matter for now. Anyways, I went inside and sat on my chair. The power had been restored, and everything had been cleaned like nothing happened. The light bulb had been replaced. Everything was exactly the way it was before. Then I noticed something. The silence. I looked around for Lily, who was with me only a few seconds ago. Now she wasn't here. Lily? Lily? I said. Looking back at the camera feed, Bonnie was nowhere to be seen. All the stuff in the backstage was organized, and I never heard anything about any vandals coming in to destroy Bonnie or whatever. Nothing was ever said. It just got stranger and stranger. Chica had started to move, but Freddy was also gone as well. This was the first time Freddy had moved since I was here. Jacob, a voice uttered. Jacob, a voice uttered. I looked to my left where the voice came from, and Lara stood there, in her metal form, looking at me through the shadows. Her eyes glowed in the dark, forever reminding me of what I was up against. Lara stepped in, and I concentrated on the camera feed as always, but in the reflection, I saw Lara coming closer and closer to me. I turned around on my chair and I was grabbed by the wrists and hauled up. Lara! I yelled. Lara carried me into the hall, hanging me from her arms like Jesus on the cross. I squirmed and shook, but Lara kept her grip tight on mine. I squirmed and shook, but Lara kept her grip tight. "Jacob!" Lara screamed. "Lara, stop!" I yelled. "I can't! It's not me doing it!" Lara then kicked me from behind and I flew to the ground. My legs started to sting. Fuck, that hurts.
"Hello, Jacob,"
a dark voice said. I looked up, but no one was there. "Who are you?" I called.
"Oh, Jacob, come now. Have you forgotten about your visions already and bad headaches?"
"That was you? So you can get to me even when I'm not in Freddy's pizzeria?" I said.
"That's right. Have you ever wondered why the staff never quit their jobs here? Why they've never called the police or even tried to warn you? It's because as soon as you become an employee here..."
There was a pause in the voice.
"I will never leave you."
A voice to the right of my ear whispered. I jerked my head to the side, but no one was there.
"But Jacob, you have something of mine. A laptop. Ring any bells? Bring the laptop back here tomorrow night and leave. Never return, and I will see to it that you escape with your life."
You're stupid if you think I'll fall for that. As soon as I hand you the laptop, you'll kill me. So no, you can't make me.
"I can't make you. Are you certain?"
I heard ringing in my ear, and the pain in my head spiked, and I fell to the ground. It was then that I noticed that Freddy and Chica were standing in the corner of the room looking at me with a judgeful gaze.
"Or would you rather join us, Jacob?"
As the voice said that, Freddy pulled out a cart and wheeled it down towards me. It displayed that suit again, completely clean of what happened last night. No blood was seen on it.
"You did take away one of my children. But no matter. You can make for a fine replacement."
Fuck you. I felt a solid smack on my back, and I fell to the ground. The wind had escaped me, and I was gasping for air.
"Maybe we should teach you something. What will happen to you if you don't give us the laptop?"
Lara grabbed hold of my injured leg and started to twist it slowly. I screamed in agony as I felt it being pushed to its limits before snapping. But before it could, I heard Lily's voice. "No!" Lily smacked Lara across the head with a wrench she had found lying around and came to my aid. Chica and Freddy screamed demonic-like. "Jacob!" Lara yelled and came to my aid. Lara came back in control of her body and carried me on her shoulder, and we made our way back to the office and shut the doors behind us.
"You can't escape,"
the dark voice yelled. Chica was coming from the right, and Freddy was coming from the left. They smashed themselves into the door trying to get in. We were trapped.